lovely people, and welcome back to Tarot with Nia. Well, today I'm going to do the weekly reading for the week commencing the 12th of January 2026. So we're going to have a look at the energy of the week. We're going to have a look at the challenge that you might face this week. And we're going to have a look at a message from Spirit just to get us through the week. A little bit of encouragement or advice from Spirit this week, okay? Thank you, Spirit. Welcome in. Can we please have the energy of the week for our lovely collective here on YouTube, please? Can we please have the energy of the week? Oh, and we've got 3 cards. Let's take them. Okay, they wanted to come out. We'll take them. Okay, so what we have in this week's energy is the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands can bring in new opportunities for creating something, okay? They can bring in news, ways of learning something new, getting into something new there, okay? They're also a very young energy, so you might have somebody in your life who's a child or somebody with that young energy. So they might not be physically young, okay, but they might have that spark and young, passionate energy towards something this week, or it could be you stepping into that energy. What you also have is the 10 of Cups. Now, oh, what a beautiful card this is, okay? Total emotional fulfillment here, the family card, the joy, the lovely warm feeling card. Okay, I love this card. It brings such positive lovely energy, and you've got that this week. So this tells me that this week you're in that loving, nurturing family energy. Okay, so that's there this week. And you also have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords can bring in news about something. He moves quickly, okay? He sees clearly where he wants to go and he's going to go there. So maybe this week you're feeling, well, you know what? I've got some new ideas here this week that I want to take forward, that I want to try. And I want to do it because I want to feel emotionally fulfilled in what I'm doing, and I want to create that nurturing family. And you know what, I'm going to move ahead with something this week. Some of you might find that this is in your job or your career, or your business. Okay, you might think, right, I see clearly now where I need to head towards, and this week I'm going to make the start. I'm going to start doing that now with this page here. Okay, and it could be something creative that you're doing this week that you are moving ahead with now. It feels to me like a lot of you are finding your direction maybe this week. Okay. And, this 10 of Cups. Oh, lovely family energy here. Okay. Lovely energy this week. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. I wasn't expecting 3 cards, Spirit, but that's giving us a lovely story there. Okay, thank you. Ooh! Cards are flying out lately, and, Spirit's telling me, right, you need to tell them this, okay. What we have for your challenges this week, the first card that came out was the High Priestess. High Priestess talks about trusting your intuition, keeping things in balance. Okay, she can talk about that as well. Balancing your subconscious with your conscious mind. Putting things in balance, putting things in sync here. So I feel your challenge this week is to get into that energy where you feel that you understand maybe yourself, or maybe you need to do some introspection and have a look at what's going on in your subconscious, maybe learn things, maybe, right, I want to tell some of you, you need to get rid of some preconceptions you've got about something. Spirit's asking me to tell you that there's some preconceptions some of you might have about something in your life that isn't necessarily the case, okay? So for some of you, like I said, this might be for one of you, okay? It might be for a few of you. Look inwards a little bit this week, I want to tell you, okay? Spirit wants to tell me to tell you. Look inwards a little bit. You need to balance that subconscious soul energy with what's going on in your conscious mind at the moment, okay, there. Thank you, Spirit. Yes, and I feel like Some of you have some dreams you want to follow here. Okay, another message coming through. Some of you have some dreams you want to follow here that you're unsure of. But this week is the week to start following them. Because this energy is here, okay? And you know now where you're going this week. And it could be a creative project, okay? You might be having some good news about something this week, okay? Because the pages do bring news with them. So I'd say, yeah, I'd say this is the week to start something if you're thinking of starting a business, if you're thinking of changing career, if you're thinking, start looking for those new jobs this week. Because you're clear now on where you want to go. And the High Priestess being in your challenge is telling me you need to seek that clarity. You need to seek that and follow what's in your heart, what's in your intuition here. Follow your intuition, okay? That's your challenge for the week. The other challenge for the week is the Emperor. And the Emperor is a lovely card, okay? He's a card, the Emperor is in charge of his empire, obviously, okay? And he's a culmination of all the kings in the tarot. So you could have the energies of the clarity of mind from the King of Swords. You could have the emotional understanding and security of the King of Cups. You could have the fiery, passionate, moving ahead leadership energy of that King of Wands. And you could also have that security, financial abundance of the King of Pentacles, okay? So all those kings can culminate, all of those energies can culminate in the Emperor because he is the top dog here, okay? Your challenge, this coming up in your challenge this week is, Spirit's telling me here to tell you to start believing in yourself. You have this Emperor energy, okay? You can be the top dog of what you are doing right now. And I feel for a lot of you, this is career-based, business-based, career-based, okay? And I think you need to believe in yourself. You need to go inwards. Believe in yourself with this High Priestess. Trust your own judgment. Trust your intuition, because your intuition and your own judgment will tell you everything you need to know, okay? Because this is where in your subconscious you can connect with Spirit and you can get guidance, okay? All you have to do is ask. So your challenge this week is to ask for that guidance and step into this Emperor energy. You've already got everything you need, I feel, to move forward in whatever this is with your job or career. Really, really feel that you've got the energy, okay? You've got the right energy, but you just need to believe in it. Start believing in things this week, I'd say. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Can we please, Spirit, have now a message from you? Word of advice for the week, please. Okay, and the word of advice for the week is the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords can talk about deception, trickery, maybe somebody that might not be trustworthy in your life, okay? So somebody that's untrustworthy. Can also mean that you need to look at things from a different perspective. I know the Hanged Man, okay, traditionally says look at things from a different perspective. But I feel with this Seven of Swords, it also tells you, right, you need to see clearly so that you can see past what isn't clear, okay, and what isn't perhaps aligned or isn't quite working the way you wanted it to, okay? So try and look at things clearly from a new perspective, I would tell you here with this message from Spirit as your word of advice for the week, okay? What I'm going to do, I'm going to get some clarifiers on this now, see if we can get a bit of a deeper reading for you. Spirit, can we clarify the Page of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and the Knight of Swords, please, the current energy? Oh, and I've got two and we'll take them. Okay, we've got the Knight of Wands. So whatever this is, again, it's moving forward. The Knight of Wands moves with fast, passionate energy, okay? He is moving forward with this creative project, creative idea, new idea for a lot of you with business, career. You're moving forward in a new direction, I feel, some of you here. And it's really, really good and it fires you up, okay? And you've also had the Page of Swords, okay? So new ideas, new learning could be coming in here for you. You might be learning a bit more about this direction you're going to go down with your career or business or job, okay? You might find that there's a new project you need to work on and you don't quite know enough about, or you feel like you don't know enough about it. But the truth is you actually do, okay? You just need to trust yourself a little bit more. But you can learn things you feel like you're not sure of, okay? And that's the energy there. So I'd say I very much feel this week that a lot of you are starting a new career, new project, new business, or pivoting your business or career in some way. And moving forward to something that feels more clear to you, that feels more passionate to you, that brings you that joy, this joy of the Ten of Cups, that brings you that satisfaction, that happiness, that just joyous contentment I feel here. You're after that contentment this week, and this is why it's time for you to move forward now with this idea, or because the swords here can bring in new ideas for you, okay? And you've got the Knight and the Page of Swords here. So you've got new ideas flowing this week, I feel. And you will find the clarity to know which one of those ideas you want to go for. And it's the one that brings you the most passion here, okay? With that Knight of Wands, okay? Thank you, Spirit. Let's have some clarifier or clarifiers, whatever you want to give me, Spirit, okay? On the challenges for this week. Okay. And what flew out at my side there was the Justice card, okay? So again, we're talking about balance here again. We're talking about making sure that everything's in balance. You need to balance, I'm really hearing you need to balance your passion with your clarity here. And that was coming through here in the energy of the week, okay? Balance your passion with your clarity. So do whatever you feel aligned with, whatever feels right in your heart, okay? And then make sure it also aligns in your head in order to move forward and stay balanced. Try and keep this balance, okay? You know where you're going this week. You're ready to try something new this week, I feel. But make sure to stay balanced and grounded in what you're doing. That's your challenge. And believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Because you do know more than you think. I want to tell you that. That's for somebody, okay? You know more than you think you know. Okay? Thank you, Spirit. Let's clarify this Seven of Swords now. Can we clarify the Seven of Swords? Your word of advice for the week. And Spirit's doing it again. Okay, yes, I get it. We clarify the Seven of Swords with the Seven of Swords. Okay. Spirit's doing this quite a lot to me at the moment, I'm finding. Okay, I'm getting I'm using different decks and I'm getting the same cards. And that Spirit telling me, I told you in the first place, Nia, what the message was, and I'm just making sure that you're listening. So please make sure this week that you look into things clearly. If you are starting a new job, new career, new business this week, if you're pivoting into a different direction, okay, which I feel like some of you might be doing, make sure you're not getting tricked, you're not getting scammed into something, okay, because I feel I need to tell you that as well. Make sure you're not getting scammed into anything. Make sure you're seeing clearly, and be careful who you trust. Be careful who you trust this week and look at things clearly from a different angle, okay? That's the message there of advice from Spirit this week. And it's come through twice. So this is something that you really, really need to focus on, okay? The Seven of Swords coming out again with the Seven of Swords is telling me, right, really, really keep your eyes open this week. Because there's something going on this week that isn't honest, that isn't trustworthy. So please, please, please keep your eyes open. Okay, like I say, for most of you, I'll say this is career, business related, okay, job related. and you're really ready to start something new. You've got the ideas, you've got more ideas coming in again this week, and you're going to choose what's passionate for you, what feels right for you, what aligns with you, and what brings you this 10 of cups joy. Okay, it's something that you will be able to build your family around. Okay, it's the family card, it's contentment, prosperity. Okay, all of that is in that card, and that's what you're building, that's what you're starting to build this week, I would say. Okay, but if you're doing that, you have to stay balanced, and you have to believe in yourself. Okay, and try and do what feels right in your heart. Try and do what feels right in your try and follow your intuition on this then. Okay, and watch out for somebody or something or a situation that's not quite what it seems. It's not quite trustworthy here. Okay, keep your eyes open for that, because that's the message from Spirit there. And like I say, it's a double message. So please, please, please make sure to keep your eyes open this week, and don't be fooled by somebody or something, or anything like that this week. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, if you're looking at this, I don't feel like this is necessarily a love reading this week. If you were looking for love this week, I'd say to you, you might have new options coming in. You might have news about something coming in or somebody coming in. That could be the person that gives you this family. Okay, so keep an eye out for it. Like I say, this might only be for one of you. Okay, I don't feel like this is for most of the collective. Most of the collective this week, this is about career, business, jobs. Okay, but maybe for one or two of you, then it could be a new love coming in. There might be a younger person, because we've got lots of young energy here with the two pages. And we've got 2 nights, so you're going to be moving forward with that love if you do meet somebody this week. Okay, and they could be the person that gives you that family. Okay, so it's definitely worth pursuing, but make sure you keep balanced in the relationship. If it starts growing this week, or you move ahead with it, be sure to be in control. Make sure that you don't get pushed in ways that you don't want to be pushed in this relationship. I'd warn you there. Keep it balanced, and make sure that that the person isn't tricking you in some way this week. Okay, make sure they're honest with you. If you're looking at this from a health point of view, like I say, I don't feel like it is health for most of you, but I would say that you might be having some new ideas how to improve your health this week. Could be creative ideas, could be something that's different to maybe what you've tried before. You're trying something different, and because you want to become healthy for your family here, I'd say keep balanced in whatever you're doing. Don't go to extremes with anything, and keep in control there with that Emperor energy. Don't be fooled, don't be scammed by some kind of online, lose weight quick thing. Okay, don't get fooled this week, I feel. If you're looking at health. If you're looking at finances, I would say that you're starting new things so that you can build on your finances this week. It's the first step to growing your finances, I would say, this week. Or if it's not the first step, it's the second. Okay, or the pivot to grow your finances maybe in a different way, so that you can provide for your family and you can provide that joy and contentment for your family. I would say, again, keep balanced. Don't put everything into the thought of, I need to make more money, because your soul needs nurturing as well. Okay, so don't make it all about, I need to make more money. Okay, you don't want to do that this week, because you need to keep balanced for your family if you have one. And if you don't have a family, by keeping this balance, it'll make you more drawn to this family and this supportive energy, I feel. And that will come, if it doesn't come from people in the 3D world, then it'll come from your spirit guides. Okay, remember, you're never ever ever alone. It might feel like it sometimes when you're in the 3D world. Okay, you might feel, I'm on my own. No, you're never on your own. Okay, never, even if you want to be. Okay, there's somebody there always at your side, watching you, advising you, helping you, making sure you're okay. Okay, and please, please, please trust in that. Spirit wants me to tell you that. Please trust in that. You're never actually on your own. Okay, And then I'd say money, I'd say, be really careful not to get scammed this week. There's tools here, okay? Make sure you don't get scammed. If you're putting money into something, if you're investing money, make sure it's legit this week. Do your reading, do your research. Make sure you've got the clarity of mind to make that decision this week. If you haven't, just delay it, okay? Delay it. Because if you're unsure of something, it's better to learn about it before you put any money into it, okay? That's what I'd say there. If you're in a relationship already and you're looking at this as love progression, then I would say, you've got really youthful energy, you've got passionate energy this week. I feel like some of you might be reconnecting, rekindling something this week. There's the family card there, you're putting the family first and you're feeling really part of the family. I'd say make sure you keep everything balanced and make sure to trust your intuition on things moving forward. Maybe have good conversations with your partner and make sure they're telling you everything, because there might be something that they're not telling you, not out of a lack of love or a lack of anything, okay? They're not telling you something because they don't want to hurt you, perhaps. And you need to have that conversation with them this week, I feel. And this might be for one of you, okay? Have that conversation with your partner if you have one, because I feel there's might be something that they're not telling you, okay? But maybe something that they feel or something that they've experienced, okay? Have that conversation this week, I would say, and then that'll clear the air and you will be in the lovely Ten of Cups energy again. Thank you, Spirit. Right, I'm going to finish off with a Starseed Oracle card just to close this message off. Just what's your final word for our lovely collective here on YouTube, please, for the week commencing 12th of January, please, Spirit. Okay, what do we have? And what we have is breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will. Micromanaging the universe, okay? This is a card of manifestation, okay? So whatever you're manifesting at the moment, it's telling me that Spirit is listening, okay? Your spirits are listening, your guides are listening, and they're putting things in place to help you achieve what you want to achieve right now. And like I say, for most of you, business, career, okay, jobs, they are helping you right now, okay? So trust in it. What you're putting out there, you're asking Spirit for help. Oh, help me find a new job that's going to make me feel happy, that's going to make me feel fulfilled. They are helping with that, okay? And you will find that things come, you will have news of things and opportunities that come in that will just appear, and you'll think, oh yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. Let's apply, you know? If it's your business growing or something like that, and you want to go down maybe a different path with your business or pivot a bit, or sell something new or offer a new service or something, okay, additional service to what you're doing now, then your message has got out there. Your message has gone out there to the universe, and your spirit guides are doing their best to help you with that, okay? And you can be confident in that, I think. And I think you really need to trust your intuition with that this week. And make sure you stay balanced, but make sure you always keep your eyes open, okay, for anything that might be dishonest or might be tricking you in some way, okay, might be scamming you. Make sure not to get scammed, because the universe is putting things in place to bring you this lovely energy, okay? You got that energy this week. You got that lovely 10 of Cups energy, and Spirit's telling you, you know, things are looking good to you, okay? That's the final message. I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, remember to like, subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss another reading. If you're interested in a personalised reading, I'm doing those now on via video. If you're interested in having one of those, the details are in the description below. And if you enjoyed this reading, let me know below. You know, tell me what's resonating with you. And if it doesn't resonate with you, then gently let it go and come back next week for next week's weekly reading to see what message that has for you. And until next time, have a good week, and I'll see you in the next reading.